All right. What is going on? What is going on? Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern gets dominated. Georgia Southern gets dominated by James Madison Dukes, 35-10. We're going to talk about that and give my thoughts and opinions. We are here. We are here. We are live. Brandon Edwards is already in the chat. He is not playing any games. He is pissed off. I don't blame him. I don't blame you to being upset. I do not blame you at all. But I am going to shed some clarity on this entire situation because look, I'm gonna be honest. I saw this coming already. This isn't anything that I would thought that was going to be a thing. I didn't think that they were going to win this game. I mean, I'm gonna be quite honest that this game was a foregone conclusion from the beginning, and I like I said, I'm absolutely not surprised. I am surprised in some of the ways things went down, but the actual game itself, I am not surprised that we lost this game. I'm gonna be 100% and totally honest with you guys as we talk about the stats. We're going to talk about everything that happened in this game. Look at some numbers and look at how things are going forward. Give you my thoughts and opinions on all of that because it is a lot to talk about. It is a lot to talk about because even though I saw this coming, I did think that this was going to be much more of a fight. So we're going to talk about this, give my thoughts and opinions. I'm just going to go ahead and just throw this up here. Let's go ahead and share the screen because this is the thing that matters when it comes to all of this. We need to see what actually happened. And let me see, where is my screen sharing mechanism at? I don't see it. What is going on with StreamYard? Oh, it's way down here. Whoops, my bad. Let's see, share screen. We're about to jump on this right away. We're gonna get onto this right now because there's no reason to even, you know, try to look around it and beat the bush on it. So when you look at this right here, 35-10. I'm gonna blow this up some more so you guys can see it much better. Is that's big enough? Okay. Yeah, that's good right there. 35-10. And they're showing one of the highlights when Georgia Southern scored the touchdown when it was already 35-3. That is pretty hilarious. But when you look at what's going on here, where is it? On this, you guys, excuse me, see if I can find this. Look at the numbers. Here we go. This is what I want to look at right here. You look at these numbers, not these numbers. Well, we can look at these too. But this right here, this is what I want to look at right here. Move Mr. Edwards out of the way. You look at these numbers right here. It tells you everything you need to know. I need to blow this up so it can look a little bit better. It made me think I should have used OBS, but that's okay. OBS is a little bit better. But when you look at these numbers right here, look at this. The total yards is almost 480 to 190. I mean, this is exactly what's going to happen. So
yeah, we're still losing.
Yeah, the game's over. We lost already, big man.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
okay. Win next time.
Yeah, we can win the next one. We're going to talk about that too. But yeah, we lost this game. It's okay.
Yeah, don't get we're going to beat you next
time. Yeah, hopefully we'll get them next time. But yeah, when you look at this, like I said, total yards 479 to 192. No turnovers in the game, which is absolutely amazing. I'm surprised we didn't turn the ball over. Considering that the way the game went, nobody turned the ball over. First downs, look at this, 29-10. Penalties, they actually have more penalties than us, but they can afford to have the penalties because look at everything else. So we did play somewhat clean football, but we just didn't do anything else right. Third downs, 8-13 to 4-14. I mean, they doubled up on us in third down conversions. Fourth down, that fourth down conversion was absolutely, it was disappointing. Because we got Brian Weston, we thought we would be able to actually get the first down with the big guy. But, well, you know, Frank is the real big guy, but you know what I mean? The big guy, we thought was going to be able to get that fourth down, but we didn't. In time of possession, 35 minutes to 24 minutes. And, I mean, that's just the gist of the entire game. Everything that I just listed is exactly what happened. So it's not much to really be I ain't gonna say upset about, but it is what it is. Big man, do me a favor. Go cut that light on for me real quick. I need that light on. So I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm not going to sit and say like I'm not one of these I told you so type of people, but I knew that this was going to be the case. I knew that this was the game that Georgia Southern was going to lose. I saw this coming before the season even started. I had Fresno State, which I'm actually surprised. I kind of thought going into that game we was going to actually win that game. But even before the preseason, I was like, okay, Fresno State could be a loss. I also said that USC could be a loss, obviously. And I thought James Madison was going to be the loss. And I felt like we could win every other game this season. So when I look at this, I'm not necessarily surprised. I know, a lot of people are going to be like, hey, we need to fire Helton. Like I said, Brandon Ed was telling you already. Go ahead and say it. Fire Helton. Eagle Nation is sick of the BS. But the way I look at it, I still feel like this team could go 10-3. I am dead serious when I thought 10-3 was going to be the actual situation going into the season. I thought this team was good enough to beat everybody except for those three teams. Fresno, which, like I said, after Fresno laid the egg in Kansas, I really thought we was going to win that game. Everybody knew we was going to lose to USC, and if it was one other game after the USC game that I felt like we was going to lose, was playing at James Madison. If we were playing in Paulson, I would have easily said that, hey, we could win this game, and I think we would have won this game in Paulson. I'm not saying that the team is that good, but I just do not believe, and I know some people may think about this otherwise, I don't believe that this team is a bad team. They're just playing teams that are in better situations, and they're playing against teams that are actually playing better under better circumstances. You played Fresno State on the road. You played USC on the road. You played James Madison on the road. And these teams are, to be honest, they were better teams going into this season, preseason wise. Everybody said that. The only caveat to this is that I'll say we, and some experts really thought that we were going to beat James Madison. I was one of the people, I was like, it's doable, but you're going up to a stadium that this team only lost 5 times in 9 years. I mean, even if you had a really good team, even if you had a top-notch team, it would not be easy to beat this team on that field. So I'm not necessarily sitting here like completely upset with what happened in this game. Like I said, this game was a foregone conclusion. Like, and I'm like, and I'm not saying that just to like damage control with Georgia. Like, look, I knew that they were going to lose this game. I really did. I knew that, and I said this. I don't even know. I want to see if I can pull this up as well. Let me go to my X account. I don't even know if I can even find that tweet anymore because it's been so long. I'm going to see if I can find it. Bam, it's right here, June 30th. I want to pull this up so you guys see June 30th. I said it. Let's see if I can pull it. Yeah, right there. June 30th. Right there, bam. 10-3. 8-4 is the floor. This one outside the schedule. I said this on June 30th, 2025. And the 3 losses was this game right here, the Fresno State game, the USC game, and James Madison. Every other game after this, there's no excuses. So I'm not going to sit here and be completely upset. Can you be upset with how the way some things went down in this game? Yeah, I get it. You look at the stats. Throwing for 165 is not ideal. But then again, look at Barnett. He's even worse. Like Barnett's even worse. But Dinga 14 yards rushing as your leading rusher, that is never excusable. Never excusable. You need, as just with Georgia Southern, you never walk away with 14 yards rushing. And we gave up 151 to I can't remember his first name just that quick. Let me see. Wayne Knight. You gave up that much to Wayne Knight on 19 carries. Brown, I mean, what can you say about Brown? Brown is that guy. Brown is that guy. Got a 100-yard game. You can't say nothing any more worse than that. I mean, any better than that. And Trey Hendricks, how about this guy right here? Trey Hendricks. This guy might be playing on Sundays. He looking really, really good. He was all over the place. But when you look at, like I said, you look at all of this here, What are we talking about? I like I said, I knew. I'll say it again. I knew this back in 20, and I'm not giving them a pass. It's just that I knew that this what this game was. So when you look at the rest of this game and the rest of the season, you about to play Southern Miss. These next 7 games, well, is it 7? Yeah, 7. It's 7. Oh man, 7 games. Yeah, these next 7 games, this is what you need to be doing. You need to be winning every single game here. No doubt. Where I get 10-3 from? Yeah, I don't know where I get 10-3. Well, I guess 10-3 when you win the Sun Belt title. But yeah, you should be walking away 9-3 here. You should be walking away 9-3 at the end of the season. Anything else I want to throw out there? I don't have much else to say. I just feel like this team did underachieve in this game. I'm not going to sit here and say they did well, but I knew that. Look, bro, you're going up against a team that haven't lost. Let me see this. Okay, this is it right here. Look at this. You guys will see this. From 2016 to 2024, James Madison has a record of 43-6 at home. With that, look, all right, well, what are we doing here? So it's like I'm not really surprised. Like, well, I'm not surprised that we lost this game. It's like I'm not going to sit here and say it's okay because it's not. But I mean, these dudes look 43-6 at home. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I said it from the beginning. I'm like, look, this team is good, and this is going to be a loss at the beginning of the season. That's why I said 10-3, 8-4 is the floor. So I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I get it. People want Clay Helton gone. That's fine. I'm not going to sit here and say that he needs to stay. I'm not going to say that. But to sit here and say like Georgia Southern probably should have won this game. I mean, you're basically almost asking them to go to USC and win. You're almost asking them to go to Athens and win. You're almost asking them to go to Tallahassee. Well, Tallahassee maybe. No, but Florida State's pretty good. You almost ask them to go to Tallahassee and win. You almost ask them to go to Tuscaloosa and win. And like James Madison's like that good at home. Like you're not going to that. You're not going there and win. It's like going to Columbus, Ohio, and win. You know it's not ideal. It's just not ideal for that to happen. So I mean, like I said, it is what it is, man. I'm not going to sit here and make it out of something that is bigger than it should be or it shouldn't be. I don't think this is something that needs to be that blown out of proportion. People could be upset. I get it, but I saw this coming a mile away, and it's not because I really feel like Georgia Southern's a bad team. Once again, James Madison is one of these teams. Like you go in their house. Good luck. It's like going to LSU and asking for them to win. It's like going to play Texas A&M at home, which shout out to, I hate to say it, App State did it. They beat them, but Texas A&M was like on a down year. It's like going there to ask them to win. It's like going to the big house in Michigan and asking them to win. James Madison just have that aura about him. Matter of fact, I think James Madison probably have a better winning record at home than some of the teams I mentioned. So when you look at this and you see 35-10, you're like, yeah, okay. I'm not going to sit there and say You're wrong for feeling upset. You want a coaching change. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at Brandon Edwards at all. But at the end of the day, it is. It is what it is. Brandon also says, I'm not shocked that we lost, but the fact that we lost is bad. Doubt that he gets fired, but they better tell him flip the script or his story is over. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Look at this. This right here. These are your 7 remaining games. The last thing you could do is lose one of these 2 games right here. You can't lose to Southern Miss at home, and you definitely can't lose to Georgia State at home. I said 8-4 is the floor. I said 8-4 is the floor. So you may get away with losing one of these games right here. The Arkansas, the App State. Now, I don't think you get away with losing the App State. Matter of fact, you look at these games, you can't get away with losing none of these at this point. Not by the way the fan base is reacting. You have no leeway to lose anymore. You basically have to win out. And hope and pray that JMU loses twice. But yeah, these next 2 games, you better win these. You lose one of these, I mean, that's a wrap. There's no way around it. You lose any one of these, that's a wrap. So the next 7 games, these are basically must wins. And I'm kind of riding on it myself because I said you was only going to lose 3 games this season, and you lost the 3 games. Now you get no more leeway. You get no more leeway after this. This is it. But all right, let's talk about this though. Am I disappointed? I'm more like what Brandon said. I'm more disappointed that we lost this bad. I thought the team was going to be a little bit better, but I didn't have much confidence that we was going to win this game. I just didn't. I didn't have much confidence we'll win this game. And I feel like they do need to play better. They need to play better because everything that we saw in the JMU game, you pretty much saw it in every game this season. You saw how bad the defense played. You saw that they couldn't get nothing done on offense. You saw how the tackling wasn't that good. The only difference is, at least in the other games, we got turnovers. We didn't get any turnovers in the JMU game. At least we got a turnover against USC. We got a couple of turnovers here and there in other games. But outside of that, you saw the same exact team with no progression. It doesn't seem like they're getting any better, and that's a cause for concern. So when you do look at the next few games, it makes you think, can they win with that same formula that they've been doing in the first 5 games? And to be quite honest, I'm not sure if they can do that. I'm not sure if they could do it. I totally believe that if they don't turn it around and they slip up and lose, especially these next 2 games. Especially these next 2 games. If they lose one of these next 2 games, it's going to be a serious problem. It's going to be a serious problem. They're going to have to find a way to win these next 2. And when you go on the road, you need to put your best foot forward defensively. Well, hell, they're going to have to do everything. They're going to do everything right. Because the game is just the team is not just one-sided. They're going to have to do a little bit better execution on offense as well. They're going to have to get the run game going. They're going to have to get more of a balance because Cameron Brown can't do everything. What's that, big man? Are you showing them some games? Well, this is not the gaming channel, but you want to show it to them?
Yeah. Okay. So this is just the original one. And this is not the original. This is just a brutal romp.
Yeah, that's the
I know
one.
this thing looks like a Kirby, but this is not a Kirby. It's a big old pink boo.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
When we get on the gaming channel, we'll talk more about that, okay?
Okay,
So
bye.
I'm talking about Georgia Southern right now.
Okay, bye.
My son is absolutely awesome. He's the best. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's like, look,
Nice.
this is what you're dealing with at the end of the day, man. We just have to find a way to win out. I think winning out will be great, but you definitely cannot lose the next two games. One of these games, both of these games, you have to win, and you have to win, pretty single handedly. You can't fall by the wayside in this situation. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, man. I don't have much else to say, man. I just feel like with this here, I'm gonna share this again, and this is what you got. Another 35 to 10 loss. We fall to 2-3. You see what's going on here. I don't know what else to say or what else what else I could bring about. I got something here I need to get rid of.
What?
No, just something on my phone that was popping up. I just wanted to drop that. But yeah, I think we're gonna find something else to talk about when it comes to playing against Southern Miss. Figure out what they can do. I do still feel like this team can win. I do feel like this team can win. It's just that you're going into hostile environments, and these environments aren't friendly to whatever Georgia Southern is doing. It was not hostile to what they did against Fresno, USC, or James Madison, and this is basically what it is. The team does have to get better, absolutely, but I knew that this was going to happen. I'm not surprised. But going forward, these dudes, they can't lose these next two games. They can't lose these next two games. That just can't happen. These next two, they can't do that. But I'm gonna get out of here. I don't have much else to say. It's not much to talk about. This team basically got dominated on all fronts. I mean, you look at the stats everywhere, up and down. It was absolutely abysmal. You look at this yet again.
Wow, we lost good.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
10-35.
Yep, 10-35. All the way up and down. Look at the total yards, first down, penalties, third down.
Look at that. We're negative.
Fourth down.
And this is negative 35.
Time of possession. But I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Thanks for everybody who rocking with me. Shout out to Brandon Edwards, everybody else who came through to watch. And we're going to get up out of here. Y'all be blessed. We'll be back. We'll be talking some Falcons tomorrow. Yeah, the Falcons played the Washington Commanders. We'll be back to talk about that. And I'll see y'all on the next one. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. I'm out. Peace.